Despite that, it remains at odds with the largest cane producing association over the signing of a new commercial agreement. BSI ASR is preparing for the next crop season scheduled to kick off the third week in December. Today, the media was invited to tour the factory to look at some of the company's new investments in preparation of the upcoming crop. Elmer Cornejo reports.
Today, the media landed at the grounds of BSI ASR in Tower Hill Orange Walk as invitees to witness the newly added pieces of equipment the mill will be utilizing at the start of the sugarcane crop season that is tentatively scheduled to open up on December 19, 2022. Representatives of the media suited up in protective gears and were oriented of the basics in safety measures, and then the tour began. Our tour guide, Norberto Leiva, is the production superintendent at the company. He explained that every year, while the crop is not on, workers dismantle equipment used during milling in order to be at par with adequate working conditions.
What is being done here is getting equipments being serviced and being prepared for placing back in their train, in the milling train. That's generally what we are having here.
Okay, so tell us about that piece of equipment that we see the gentleman grinding, and you see a lot of sparks coming off.
Okay, what he's doing there, he's preparing a roller for the mill. What he's doing is removing old welding on it, so that then they will place new welding on it for gravity on the roller itself.
And what does that do?
What it do is it helps the mill to extract most of the cane juice on the cane.
How does it work? Just a little brief description of how it works.
Well, what is happening that when these rollers, while turning in the mill, it's turning against another roller, and the cane that is passing through is being squeezed out. It would take roughly more or less about 3 months to prepare all the rollers that need to be repaired.
Okay.
Here at our next stop, we learned more about this spot that contains a strong magnet. Its inclusion in the milling process is deemed imperative to produce quality sugar.
The purpose is to prevent the contamination of material in the process stream for the manufacture of direct consumption sugar with metal.
No.
Apart from metals, are there any other impurities that could be detected in these machinery?
What we would have also, we have installed on this feed lines to the centrifugals, we have what we call mesh screens. And the reason for that is also to remove any metal through the screen or any hard lumps of sugar, which can also be a part of contamination.
As the tour continued, the importance of commissioning steel parts became clearer as the company works towards remaining as the only sugar-producing mill in northern Belize.
We are in the centrifugal 4, and this is part of the expansion for for the production of direct consumption sugar, right? What this does is centrifugal. It's separation of sugar crystals from the mother liquor, what we call molasses, right? And what we have here are these centrifugals the components are all of stainless steel, serving the same purpose to prevent contamination with metal.
The changes at the factory have been carried out gradually into expansion phases so that its functions can be supervised for accuracy. According to Leiva, this part has connecting tubes and it allows to filter out unwanted materials.
At this site we have what we call the syrup heaters, which is an expansion that we did for the treatment and reheating of treated material for the production of direct consumption sugar.
Explain how this equipment works.
What happens there that it's just a heat exchanger it is made of numerous stainless steel tubes through which the flow of raw material passes through, and on the other side you have steam that passes through. So it's just an exchange of heat. What we are doing there is, because of the viscosity of the material that is being treated, we need to reheat it before it goes through the process of clarification.
As the tour came closer to the end, we were shown how the substantial difference in equipment looks like and why it is of utmost importance for the mill.
The third floor of the boiling house, and in this area, we have many of the equipments that were installed for the production of direct consumption sugar. We have receivers, we have storage tanks, we have conveying system, and we also have syrup clarifiers.
All of those made up of stainless steel.
All of these are made up of stainless steel. We are in the fourth floor of the boiling house, and to my right and behind me, we have the various equipments that were installed for the production of direct consumption sugar. Right? We have grain receivers, we have vacuum pans where the crystallization process takes place, which is the conversion of sucrose in liquid form to crystal form. Okay. To my left, we have some of the old vacuum pans, but they are still part of the direct consumption process stream, where we continue to do improvements in some of the components of this old system, right? For example, we have here metal traps installed in all the vacuum pans, and these metal traps are located or installed in the process stream that feeds these vacuum pans. The reason for that is to try and capture as much metal that may come with the material. What we do here is normally the raw sugar is crystallized in the old vacuum pans to the left, and the ones to the right, we will mostly concentrate in the crystallization process of direct consumption sugar, be it plantation white or demerara sugars.
The entire process of producing sugar must be carried out without error so that the end product can be of quality, but most importantly, it signifies certification for the company.
What we have here is the packaging plant. Once the sugar is conditioned for approximately 3 to 4 hours, then it is conveyed to the packaging area, where we can package from 1 ton to my right, which is to my right, and then we have 3 packaging areas for packaging plants for packaging of 50 kg, 25 kg, and we also have a line where we will start the packaging of 1, 2, and 5 kilograms. From here, it is conveyed through an overhead conveyor to the warehouses. So sorry.
What is the average time for packaging, sir, in terms of one specific quantity?
We would normally do close to about 300 tons of 1 ton sugar if we are only packaging 1 ton. Right? Overall, combined, both for 25 kg or 50 and 100 tons, I would say it's around 400 to 450 tons. What we have in the whole packaging system here, in the flow stream, for both the 1 ton, we have metal detectors before it is packaged, and for the 25, 50 kg, we also have inline metal detectors to ensure that they are not contaminated with any metal.
We're standing right now in a 20,000 metric tons warehouse, and these are all 1 ton bags that we have here. And most the destinations that we have, particularly for this sugar, is going to Europe. We also have another warehouse which is 35,000 metric tons, and most of our market there is the CARICOM and the local market as well. Here at BSI, we always strive to be successful. So efficiency is one of the most important things for us. Just this past fiscal year, we managed to export 2,400 containers to different destinations. And this is all including to Europe and the CARICOM. This means two times more than previous years. We have a little bit more of how we do our loading process. We usually ship out about 100 containers per week, and we're always looking at ways to be more efficient.
Okay, so what type of sugars are in these bags?
This one is what we call the standard demerara, and this is for our Europe market.
Okay, and what is demerara? What is the exactly kind of quality is demerara sugar?
It is usually what is called what we know here as the brown sugar, but it has other specs, which is the particle size and also the moisture content in it.
Okay, tell us about the safety and anti-contamination features that make up part of this warehouse.
Well, we have a high sanitation protocol inside the warehouse, right? The safety aspect, as of today, we have 112 days without an accident. So we're always striving to be very safe and to practice the best. And for quality, what we do is that we have the pest control involved and very high quality standards from the process all the way till it's exported.
As for this sugar, it is now ready for loading, and its final destination is Europe. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.